Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Oh dear, you're on a wobble, aren't you? I've got you balanced on top of a box and every time I better move away from the table. Away from the table, Caroline. Something a little bit different today. This is the latest in my alphabet series. I will link the playlist up there. Left hand, right corner, up there. If you haven't seen the other videos. The ones I've done up till now have been quite meaty sort of discussion subjects, but I wanted to do something a little bit more light-hearted for this one. And the idea of D is for dinner came to me. A lot of people have asked me to do more cooking, kitchen-based videos, and I love cooking, but I don't have a lot of time for it. I don't seem to enjoy it as much as I used to, but when I actually carve out the time and get my recipe books out, I get all enthusiastic about it. So that was part of the reason for wanting to do this, and also just to show you what we have on a week-to-week basis for dinner. So basically it's what we have for dinner every night this last week from Monday through to Sunday. I won't tell you the number of times I have started to film this video or thought I would film it and forgotten to film, and I really wanted it to be a true representation of a whole week, not just random nights here and there. So I did actually manage to film all the nights apart from one, and I will come back to you at that point and explain that to you. But it was I don't think we have really average week, so to speak. Last week was slightly odd in that William didn't eat with us at all Monday through to Thursday, so that was just meals for two every night, practicing for when he goes to university, you see. I kind of struggled to cook two-portion meals. I always end up with a lot of leftovers, so I need to work on that a little bit, I think. And then we were out Saturday night at friends, but we were in all the other nights. Usually we will eat out once midweek, but for whatever reason last week we didn't. I think it was probably because the weather was so nice, so we were sitting out on the balcony every evening, and that sort of felt a little bit like being out. Also, I was trying to complete my alcohol challenge, more of which in my goals update shortly. So without further ado, let's go into the clips and have a look at what we had to eat for dinner last week. So it's Monday evening and tonight's dinner is cannelloni. I haven't made cannelloni for absolutely ages, and I didn't find out until I'd already made the meat sauce to go inside the cannelloni. Rewind. I thought there was going to be 3 of us in for dinner tonight, but William is not in, so I've got quite a lot of leftover. I have made just a normal bolognese sauce, which I've stuffed into cannelloni pasta shells. In my bolognese sauce I put minced beef, onion, I think there was a green pepper. Why are we not focusing? Oh, there we are, that's better. A bit of garlic, some oregano, a stock cube, a bit of ketchup, tin of chopped tomatoes. So just, yeah, standard bolognese sauce really. And then over the top, I've put half a tub of this Tesco tomato and basil pasta sauce. And, oh God, I've just spilt that everywhere. And I made a cheese sauce, white sauce with some cheese in. Made that myself, and that went over the top as well. It was sort of at the bolognese stage that William told me that he wasn't going to be in for dinner tonight, so I have a lot of bolognese left over. I'm going to freeze that one, and I'll probably freeze the rest of this cheese sauce as well, and I guess we'll do something with the tomatoey sauce later in the week. So this just needs a little bit of grated cheese over the top, and then it's going into the oven for half an hour or so. We're ready to serve up. This is Ashley's, that's mine, slightly smaller, and I've also got a side salad with Tesco Healthy Living salad cream on the top of it. It smells nice and it looks really nice. Looking forward to this. It's Tuesday and tonight's dinner is salmon fillets. Got these ones from Tesco's, they were in the freezer, I got them out this morning. We like the lightly smoked ones, they always go down better than the normal ones. It's only me and Ashley for dinner tonight, and we're both having different actually. Ashley is having new potatoes with hers, which I'll just boil. and some asparagus, which I will do in foil in the oven with a bit of butter. And I'm having this pea and mint baby potato salad and toasted couscous with feta because they need eating up. They were left over from a barbecue at the weekend, and yeah, that's what's for dinner tonight. I'd always do the salmon in the oven with a bit of chilli sauce and a slice of lemon on the top, and nice easy quick dinner. And good for you. Salmon's good for you, isn't it? So that's the salmon ready to be folded up into its foil packet. I've just put a little bit of this sweet chilli dipping sauce on the top of it and a slice of lemon. And then I'll just fold that all up, put it into a baking tray. It'll take about 20 minutes to cook. And there's the asparagus ready to go into the oven as well. Just a few knobs of butter and some salt and pepper. And I'll just splash a tiny bit of water onto that as well before I fold it all up. I tend not to put salt in anything that I'm eating. I'm trying to cut down enormously on my salt. I'm not a big adder of salt to anything other than chips anyway, and possibly an egg occasionally, but I bought the low sodium salt and I use that. But Ashley's an absolute salt fiend and likes loads of salt and everything, so yeah. And dinner is served. Here's Ashley's salmon with asparagus and new potatoes, and my salmon with couscous, potato salad, and this is a random roasted pepper that needed eating up, so I'm eating that as well. Good evening, with little focus on Wednesday. And tonight's dinner is, I've decided to make this. It's out of this spring Great British Food magazine, and I'm making this one, which is a sort of a warm salad with butter beans and chorizo and green beans and herbs, and I'm going to put some goat's cheese in as well, I think. My battery light is flashing madly. But warm herb salad with chorizo and butter beans is what it's called. So I'm going to go and change my battery and then get started. So in here I have got a mixture of mint, coriander, flat leaf parsley and the green beans. And then I'm just going to put some of these garlic ciabatta breadsticks in to cook into the oven. And over here we have the onions. It said a shallot, but I haven't got a shallot, so I used about a quarter of an onion. Just chopped it up small. And I've got some raisins and some capers. That smells really good. And the butter beans are in the oven with the chorizo now. And I'm just going to add some, at the end of cooking, you add some sherry vinegar to this, which is there, and I'm going to cut up a little bit of goat's cheese as well, because I love goat's cheese with chorizo. I think it's such a good mixture. And here we have it: bean, chorizo, and whatever it was called, warm herb salad with chorizo and butter beans and a bit of goat's cheese on the top. The dressing with the capers and the sultanas smells delicious, and a side of garlic ciabatta sticks to go with it. Can't wait to get stuck into this one.
Cheese.
Why?
I'm just guessing you're eating the cheese.
I'm not. Good evening on Thursday. It's Ashley's turn to cook dinner tonight. He generally does one night in the week and he chooses what we're having. And tonight is one of my favourites. It's a little bit naughty, but we call it carbonara, but it's absolutely not carbonara at all. It's pasta. Spaghetti, is it? Yeah, we're having spaghetti. And that is mushrooms, garlic and ham cooked in white wine and reduced, lots of black pepper, and then double cream and cheese goes into that. It's just delicious. It's one of my favourites. And that's the pan for the spaghetti, and we're having that with a nice healthy salad, green salad, and I can't wait to eat it. And dinner is served with a lovely view on the balcony. Pasta with mushrooms, ham and cheese, and a side salad, and I can't wait to eat it. We do still have a son, but he hasn't eaten with us at all this week. Tonight he's at a school prom. Good evening on sweltering hot Friday. I'm melting a bit. I've had a very busy day. I've been shopping to Exeter with Will today to buy him some new clothes. It was expensive, hot, and not that enjoyable, although I did get myself a new pair of trousers, which I'll show you in another video. Tonight's dinner is Thai green curry. I'm being a bit lazy. I usually do it just with the curry paste, but they didn't have any. They've run out of Thai green curry paste in Tesco's. So I'm doing chicken, putting some veg in it, spring onions, some baby sweet corn and mange tout, some asparagus, and this is like the 3-part thing that comes with the paste, the coconut milk and the, what's it called, lime leaves and chilies and bits and bobs, which does make it nice and easy. Will is in for dinner tonight, which is nice, and we've got a sort of Chinese selection of bits and bobs to go with it, with some sweet chili dipping sauce. So yes, lazy Friday night dinner. I'm going to get the curry ready now. We're having jasmine rice with it as well. Ashley always cooks the rice. I am rubbish at cooking rice. Friday night cheers. Ashley has just made me a margarita. Oh, which is just lovely. And I am going to start cooking, and then we can just warm it up a bit later when the weather cools down a bit, when we feel like eating. Right, that was all super easy. Let me just put that light on. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. And we get the sucking noise from the hob. No, I think we'll go with that and get rid of that. So I cut the chicken up, I fried off the paste in some oil, then added the chicken, then added coconut milk, we're simmering that away there, then I added the little packet of, it was effectively lime leaves and chilies I think. I've halved some spring onions and they're in there. I'm just going to turn that down now and put a lid on it. And leave it to simmer for about 5 minutes I think. And then I'm going to pop in the baby corns and mange tout for another 5 minutes, then it will be ready, and I'm just going to switch it off and then warm it through when we want to eat a little bit later. But it smells blooming lovely. So Saturday night we were invited out to friends for a barbecue, and I fully intended to film or at least take photographs of what we had, and I completely forgot. I'm so bad at filming when I'm out with friends. It doesn't occur to me to get my camera out of my bag, so there is nothing filmed of it. But we had a really nice evening with friends. It was perfect weather, and they cooked an assortment of chicken and lamb. Lamb was delicious, and prawn kebabs and salads and flatbreads and all just nice barbecue-y food, and some rosemary roasted new potatoes, which were really lovely. And then for pudding we had hazelnut meringue roulade with raspberries and double cream. Very naughty, but very, very tasty. So sorry there's no pictures of that one. I was a bit of a fail, but I did manage to film every other night. So it's Sunday night. We have just filmed this once and forgot to press the on button. Sunday night, Ashley has cooked a rib of beef on the barbecue. I'm getting deja vu. And yes, it's like we've already done this. And we're having that with Leonese potatoes, green beans, baby carrots and creamed leeks, and it's pretty delicious. So that was our last 7 days and 7 dinners. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, leave me a thumbs up or let me know, and I will make more of this type of video. I like watching other people's videos of this. I always think it's great to get ideas for dinner. Sometimes you just come to make your meal plan for the week and you feel a bit like, oh, what can I cook? Talking of meal planning, I haven't been very good with that recently. I think since William's been not on a proper school routine, won't ever be on a proper school routine anymore because he's left, but since he's not been on a proper school routine, the meal planning has gone a bit to pot. We're not sure when he's going to be in or when he's not, and I haven't been doing my weekly Tesco shop, so it quite often gets like that over the summer, and we're going away on holiday in a week's time, so I'm hoping to get back on track with meal planning after that. But yeah, everything's a bit sort of last minute, and I have been going to the shops more often and sort of not knowing until that day what we're having for dinner, so it was all a bit random last week. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, bye bye.